Hello everybody, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I have a really great session to share with you guys today, and to be honest, I've been getting some really brilliant sessions recently. Hopefully you watched the actual session that I posted last week that was superb, where the client channeled Saturn, but the consciousness of Saturn from the point in time where the cataclysm had occurred between the two solar systems, which then ended up forming the solar system that we're in now. Fascinating session. And after the client, after we ended that particular segment, and you saw how the segment ended, he came back, he lay back down on the bed. I gave him some more hypnotic suggestions to allow him to go back down deep and connect again, and off we went again. So there is a lot more information that I can share from that session as well, which I will do. I will get that transcribed the rest of the session, because there's quite a bit of personal information in the second part. But he went on to give more information about Ascension and also about Maldek and what happened on Maldek and why the souls from Maldek ended up coming to our planet Earth. Well, first they went to Mars, then they went to Earth. It was fascinating. So I will definitely share more of that session when I get time to transcribe it. I've had some incredible sessions recently, just absolutely incredible, truly. And this particular one that I'm going to share with you guys today was a session, put my teeth in, a session. It was a session that I actually conducted live, on one of my courses. I've started doing this. So on the courses, I'd never planned to do this. I had kind of planned to do one live session, but I'd never really planned to do live entity releases. And as the courses have progressed, I have ended up doing not only a live SCHH session, so the past life regression and everything, but I've also ended up demonstrating live entity releases as well. So there's been some absolutely incredible stuff going on these courses. And this particular session that I'm going to read out today was conducted live, and this client was on the course. So I ask for, when you come on my course, I ask for a couple of volunteers. So on day 2, I'll ask for a volunteer from the group if anybody feels like they may have an entity, and I will demonstrate specifically an entity release on day 2. And on day 3, I ask for a volunteer from the group to do the full session. So for a full SCHH session, you get the, if there's any trauma that you need to deal with that's going to block you to go in the session, we deal with that first. Then we take any entities off that are going to stop you from progressing deep into the actual hypnotherapy. And then we take you on a past life regression, a quantum travel, multidimensional travel, however you choose to describe it. We go and see something else, another part of your multidimensional self. And then at the end, we bring forward the higher self and we ask all of the higher self questions. So an SCHH session is very involved. There's much more going off in it than there is in a QHHT session, because not only do we do the quantum travel, but we also take off any entities, help deal with any trauma, any grief. And if the chakras, the energy centers, and the aura needs to be altered due to the fact that the client has had many entities attached and it's impacted the energy centers, then I teach people how to cleanse and clear and reboot and reboost the chakra system within the client, and also seal the aura so that you're sending the client away completely protected. Because if you take all of those entities off and you send them away without sorting their aura out, then they're just going to attract more entities. So it's just pointless. So it's a very, very involved process. I feel that this technique, SCHH, is almost the next level up. from QHHT, quantum healing, because quantum healing will just do the past life regression, the quantum travel, and the higher self. Whereas this technique, it does all of the energetic body. So it's very, very powerful, very involved. So on this particular course, this is the session that I demonstrated in front of the course. So I'm just going to go straight into it. So I knew, and it was quite funny because I'm thinking I'm going to demonstrate a normal session for these guys. And then as I was taking the client through the hypnotic stages to take them down into the theta state, I could tell that this particular client was going to start channeling. And the reason I could tell is because of the things that he was doing with his body, the sounds he was making, how he was breathing. And when I got him into the place where we would normally go into a past life, I could tell from his tone of voice that we were speaking to somebody totally different. And so at a certain point, I say, tell me more about yourselves. We come from where you might call the 11th dimension, and we occupy all spaces and all times. Tell me more about why you have connected with us today. You wanted to connect with us, and so we are here. We've been waiting for you. Thank you very much for connecting with us, and welcome. Tell me more about what it is that we need to know today. Okay, so there are many things that you need to understand. One of them is that you are all of the one, and the one is all of you. And there are many different ways that this can be viewed, and there are many different ways that this can be approached and brought into your being. Tell us more about that. In the beginning, there was what you would call one, so the circle. And in between that one, we became more than one. We split into more than one. But that one still remains. The one is still what we are. Tell me more about that. Why was the choice made to split off? To explore ourselves like anyone would want to explore their surroundings. So we split ourselves off into many, 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 many different pieces. And we were going to explore ourselves. And as you did that, tell me more about what it is that you found. Yes, we found a number of things. We found ourselves. We found things we did not expect to see within ourselves. We found different polarities, different views, different ways of perceiving ourselves within the one. Tell me more about that so that I can understand. You are part of what we would call the source. You are what we would call a seer or a sage. And you, along with the rest of you, came here to do what you needed to do. And this is one of the many moments that will reaffirm that that is what you are here to do. So that was directed to those guys that were on the course, that we are all seers and sages, and we came here to do what we needed to do, and that this is one of the many moments that proves to us that we are on target, we're on mission, we're doing what we're supposed to do. Tell me more about that. What is it that we are here to do? You are here to change this reality from one into one, back to the one. It's all one. But there is a, and he's looking for a way of expressing it and he can't. So then he begins to burst into the most beautiful light language. And everybody on the course was just crying. Everybody was just crying because it was just incredible. And at that point, I just felt so lucky to be in the position of administering that session with this incredible client, and that everybody else got to see it. And so when he finishes speaking the light language, he then just goes straight back into English. So you are here, and we are there, and we are all one. But there are different ways of approaching that viewpoint. So you are part of us, and we are a part of us. But you are the ones that had to go within the construct, within the system, so you could change the system from the inside out. Tell me more about that. How is it that we are changing this construct? By your very essence, your very being. This world, if this world was, how would you say it? A simulation, and this is close to some form of truth, then this simulation that you are in now, many of you have never been in this simulation before. So the very fact that you are here changes the outcome of the simulation. Yes, I see. And tell me more about what it is that we are supposed to do as these sages that have come into this construct. There are many things and there are many ways for you to do this. Some of you will just exist within the realm, providing your energy and your essence. Some of you have specific jobs, but all of you are connected in a way that is very, very difficult for you to understand from this third dimensional perspective, although I know that many of you do understand. And then I go on to ask, because whenever I run any of these courses, we always feel very, very connected. It's almost like an emotional reunion when you get on the course. Very quickly, there feels like there's a bond between the people on the course. And the next question I asked is, are you able to tell us today how this particular group is connected? Yeah. You are connected by what we would call the Sian Kalia Kuntakwasa, which is obviously some kind of language. I have no idea what that means. But beautiful. You are connected by what we would call the Sian Kalia Kuntakwasa. It is a thread. And I know this to be true because I've actually mentioned this in one of my own personal sessions. I've seen the thread. I've channeled the thread. It is a thread that runs through the realms and into different realities. You are that thread, and you weave yourself within those realms and within the different realities. You see, and what you become, you see what you become, and you become what you see. So this group, we have been together in many realities, and we are a thread that runs through the universe. Yes, you have always been together. You are a thread through the universe. You have always been a thread through the universe. You just cannot fully remember that you are the thread. Not yet. Tell me more about yourselves in the 11th dimension. In the 11th dimension, we exist as many different forms of energy and being. We are part of the realm that will create other realms, feeding our energy. It will move through and down throughout various places. We are a part of the Creator, and the Creator is a part of us. We are the forms that take place and form into realities and realms and different states of being. And when the client connected with the all, would this be yourselves? We are a part of the all, And you are a part of the all. Different levels within the thread. The all is the way that you perceive each other as you are the all. Is there any message that you wish to give us today in this realm, in this time, in this construct on planet Earth that we need to know? What do we need to know? And then he begins to speak light language, but then all of a sudden he begins to tone. So almost like you would expect, almost like a didgeridoo or an Aborigine type of sound. Like that. And then all of a sudden, after he stops toning, this huge, booming, male, baritone voice booms out. And it scared everybody to death. I jumped to four. I was like, oh my God. And then the voice said, "Hello, I have been brought forth to explain that part of the question which you have asked today. I am also a part of the all. You, along with all of the others witnessing this right now, and others not witnessing this as it happens, but hearing about it later on, you are part of the greater plan. You are part of something much grander than yourselves. You, along with us, we will literally reshape this reality. We will use the light and we will shine our light and we will change this realm into something wonderful." Tell me more about that, and please tell me who it is that I am speaking with now. Yes, you may know me as one of those that you would call a light of the realm of Yeshua. We are all part of that realm, and I am merely closer to that realm in frequency and perception than you are. But I am still you, and you are still me. And together, using our combined energetic principles, this is how we will alter the fabric of this reality, simply by existing in it. I was looking around, I was looking at the client, I was looking around at everybody's faces that were on the course, and they were all there like that going, oh my God, what's going on? I mean, for some people, this was like the first time they'd experienced a live session, and to get this particular session, and this seems to be happening on all of the courses. Yeshua in particular seems to be coming through on, he's come through on every single course bar one. So it's been very, very exciting. Thank you for coming forwards today and delivering that message. Tell me more about what it is that we need to do at this time. How can we alter this dimension? What you will begin to see different ways of being within this reality. But it will not just be being. You will begin to see how this reality is constructed. This reality has been manipulated. And because you can see this, it no longer has any power over you. And the power that you have, you can use to override these building blocks. You will create your own reality. You have more power than you can even begin to imagine. And the more light that flows into your system, you will remember that you are the creators of reality and you are the molders of the light and you are the Lian Quantalia of the fifth dimension. Thank you. And as you mentioned that you are known as the light of the realm of Yeshua? Are you able to tell my client today what the connection is for him and Yeshua? Yes, he is the son of Yeshua. What does he need to know about that? He has already begun to take what he needs from that message, and that message has sent him on his path. And this is all the beginning that he needs to understand, that there is a tangible, touchable connection between him and Yeshua. How can he connect in a better and deeper way with Yeshua? Yeshua is always there. I know that you know all of these things. He just needs to tap in. He just needs to tap in to the memory of the energy of connecting with Yeshua, and this will put him in contact. What message do you have for us today in terms of being a team of people who do this work together in this realm? What do we need to know? And so this again is, because we're on a course, that's why I asked this question. I wanted to know more about why the people who are being drawn to my course are being drawn to my course, because it's a very specific group of people and we all feel very connected. We all feel a similarity. We feel like we know each other, and there's good reason for that. You are all part of the kingdom of what you would call heaven. You, all of you, have, through all your battles, all your troubles, your adversity, through all of your pain, you have all been brought together at this point to use each other as your guides. Use what you have learnt, but more importantly, use what you feel, what you have felt through your journeys to help shape and heal others and to help shape the reality around you. You are always and have always been a team. The team is now almost all aware of itself here in this realm. And that just blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. Especially when you spent most of your life feeling so lonely, so different and so isolated. And then you begin to find out that, no, we're a team. We've always been here, but we've just not been aware of each other. Thank you so much for delivering that message. How can we work together in a better way? You, along with the others, you are part of something. You know that you are part of something. You need to have faith and trust your experiences and not be like many others in the realm. Look at how you have found each other. Look at the signs and the symbols. Look at the way you interact. Look at the way that you are all facets of the one being, but you are all individualized facets of the one being. You are the choir, and you all need each other. And you can work separately, but you will still need each other, and you are always connected in ways that you cannot even begin to understand and see at this present time. Are you able to tell us today why it is so important that we do this work at this time, in this place? It is what you would call written, and you are merely playing out the scenes that you have already written. However, they can seem very different when you are here, but you are merely playing out what you have already created. And are you able to tell us how the work that we do connects with altering this reality to bring it back to the one? Yes, memory is paramount. And when you regain more of your memory, you will be able to do things that you cannot even imagine. You are already doing this in the work that you do. Laura, Do you think that you invented your technique, or was it given to you by yourself from a higher dimension so that we could now perceive it in this moment? And when he said Laura, oh my God, I jumped a foot because I just wasn't expecting my name. And I absolutely believe that. You know, there's no way that I developed this from my own human brain. It flowed through me because it was needed. A technique was needed that is going to help to save the many, many souls that are trapped and lost in this realm. And those souls need to be helped to cross over before ascension happens. It's a very, very important task, very, very important work. Think about all of those children. Think about all of those children who have been killed horrifically and whose souls are trapped in this realm. And what do children do when they're scared? They always run and stand with either another child who then grows up to be your client, or they go and stand with another adult who they feel an angelic presence from. And you will get many, many clients that come to you for help because they feel this anxiety, or they feel like something's not right within their energy body. And when you get them into session, they have many souls of these scared children trapped. And so this work that we do is so important. I cannot, there aren't any human words to express how important it is. And I just feel so passionately about training as many people as possible who feel that calling, who feel that urge to do this work at this time in preparation for Ascension. It is so important because, going back to what was said by the 11th dimensional beings, there is a powerful alchemy every time you help a soul that's trapped to cross over, or you take a dark entity off of somebody who's been controlling them and you flip them to the light. Very, very powerful. It increases the light quotient on the planet, which is what we need for Ascension. And so when he says that about my technique and did I write it, I just laugh and say, yes, I agree. And he says, yes, this is already written. You are merely playing it out. And this play is about to get very interesting indeed. Is there anything that you are able to tell us about this today that will give us some hope in the place that we are in? Yes, I know many of you have been moving away from the old energies, and this is exactly what you should be doing, as you are not old energy. You were never that old type of energy. You are the energy of Source, and it is the energy of Source that will take over this world. You are the light. You are the light. You talk about the light returning, and I say, have you not returned? Are you not returned? Are you not already here? You, along with the light and the work that you do, free more people. You convert them back to the light. You return their energy to the light, which increases the power of the light. There is also something that may not have been thought of, that when you have an entity that you are taking off of somebody that has been in the darkness, and you are then converting it to the light, that is a powerful, powerful alchemy. And that darkness, once it is changed back to the light then has a greater understanding of the darkness. Yes, there is a beauty to that alchemy. And when we are helping people to collect these souls and help them to cross, tell me more about how that affects this realm. Yes, this realm is what you might call a liaquantalia kala, a mirror, a prism, and then he speaks a lot of light language. So this is why there will be many changes, as this realm is not a natural realm. This realm is partly a construct that is being created out of a false light, and that false light will begin to disappear along with the thought forms that allowed it to be created. And so one day it will just no longer exist in your reality. Tell me more about this wave of love that we hear about. Yes, so the wave is what you may call one of the final ways, final visual waves of understanding that this world will be changed. All will be changed. It all leads up to the wave, and the wave leads to all things. It is a high frequency wave of Source Creator. It has already been released. And so now you will just have to wait to see when and how the wave will impact you in this reality. And is there anything else that we can do as high frequency beings that are connected with the light in order to bring this construct, this false light construct, down quicker? You will all bring the false light down quicker by simply being who you are meant to be. The false light is like a signal that will try to trick you. You have been living in this signal most of your lives here in this realm. Visualize it as static. You are not that frequency. You are not that signal. When you recognize that signal, you let it go. You realize that it is false, that it is not a part of you. It is not a part of the supreme creator and source. And that is who you all are. And that was one of the most incredibly powerful sessions that I've ever witnessed. I would have loved to have been able to release that as the actual video, but it was administered on a course. So I have all of the faces of all of the people who are on the course, as well as that client on the screen. So I wasn't able to do that because many people want to remain anonymous. So I have had to vlog it. I would have loved to have shown that to you because the frequency that came through in that session was just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. When the light language was being channeled, it was incredible. And as the session progressed, the client began to start toning, and he let out a tone at a particular point in the session, which it is not physically possible for a male to do in this reality. It's not physically possible. And everyone was like, oh my God, what's going on? And he was running all of these tones through his body to release all of the low frequency energies that had attached to his energy field. It was an incredible session. And the sessions that I've been doing live, I still can't believe I'm doing that, but I feel very supported by the angelic and higher realms. I just feel so pleased and happy that the guys on the courses have been able to witness this stuff live because it's been incredible. And on the last course, I asked my good friend Yvette to come on that course to share some of her wisdom and experience regarding entities, because Yvette has dealt with many, many entities. And I wanted to give Yvette a bit of a shout out today because Yvette has a very, very special, unique skill, as well as practicing QHHT, hypnotherapy, as well as practicing integrative, I think it is, introspective hypnosis, as well as practicing Soul Center Healing Hypnosis, as well as being a clinical hypnotherapist, as well as being the most incredible spiritual healer in the world. Yvette also has this very unique skill where remotely, so you don't even have to be together, you don't even have to be in the same room, you can be at the other side of the world. All you have to do is send her a picture, your date of birth and place of birth, and she will scan your body and she will release any entity attachments that are attached to your energy centers, and she'll repair your aura. Now, I have personally used Yvette for people within my family that I am unable to work on myself. And the results that I have seen from Yvette's work are incredible. I cannot recommend her enough. And that is personally. So this is not me just talking about what I've heard other people say. She's incredible. It's like a superpower, a super skill that she has. Any entity attachments that you have attached, she can take them off. You don't have to be in the same room. You don't have to be in the same country. Wherever you are in the world, you can contact Yvette and she'll ask you to go to bed early that night. And whilst you're asleep, she will scan you and she'll do the work on your energetic body. So when you wake up in the morning, you feel $1 million. And I cannot recommend that enough. So I wanted to give Yvette a bit of a shout out. Her hypnotherapy, how she is known, if you like, is Ankh, spelt Ankh, as in the Egyptian Ankh, healing and hypnotherapy. But you can contact Yvette on Ankh Healing 1. So that's Ankh, spelt Ankh, as in the Egyptian Ankh, Ankh Healing 1 at gmail.com. Drop her an email, tell her that you've heard about her skills on my YouTube channel. And I believe, I need to check this with Yvette, but I believe she charges £111 for one of these scans, and it will literally give you your life back. She takes everything off, cleans you all up, and seals your aura, so you're good to go. £111, and she can do it in whatever country you're in. So if you don't have time for one of these sessions, or if you're not really into hypnotherapy, you don't really think it's your thing, then please do contact Yvette and get her to do one of these remote scans on you. £111. Everybody can afford that, and it will change your life. It will release any trapped earthbound spirits that are attached there that need to be taken off before ascension. It'll change your life. I can't recommend her enough. So I just wanted to give Yvette a bit of a shout out today. I've got my next course running next week. There are still some places left. So please do, if you've listened to what I have read out today and you feel that calling deep in your heart, if my vibration has always resonated with you and you want to come and train with me and become part of this group of people around the world that not only can do past life regression and quantum healing, but can also help to guide and take off and convert these souls that are trapped over to the light, convert the dark energies, entities that are attached over to the light, work with the archangels, work with the ascended masters. It's your next step up in terms of healing, being a healer. Because when you do this work, you will come across entities. You will. Or you'll put them down to fail sessions. You'll think, I wonder why I wasn't able to progress that client into a past life regression quantum healing. And it's because they've got an entity attachment. You need to take them off first. Come and train with me. If you come and train with me, not only do you get the 3 live days, but you also now get 31 pre-recorded training videos of me telling you how to do this stuff. You also get the manual that will come to you as a PDF document. This is how you get it if you buy it off of Amazon. So it won't come to you looking like this. It will come to you as a PDF document that you print off, that you can then put in a folder that you can flick through to whichever scripts you want to use when you're doing this. I give you scripts for everything. My technique, within the confines of the technique, there is so many places where you can help clients deal with trauma from this lifetime, where you can take entities off, where you can heal and clean up their chakras and their aura. Then you take them on the quantum travel, you deal with the higher self, You do all of the high self, you do the body scan of the physical body, the energetic body, the emotional body. You take implants out. But I would say one of the biggest things about my technique, where my technique differs, is I will teach you how to remove the earthbound spirits. Earthbound spirits are people that used to be human. Think of all of the wars that have happened in this world. People die tragically. They don't know they're dead because it happens so quickly. They've got no idea. And they keep roaming around until they eventually become attached to somebody because they see their light and they become attached to them. Or if you've got clients that have got strong addictions, these people will always have entity attachments. So if you want to be able to truly heal people and help people, you need to know how to be able to deal with entities and energetic attachments. And they absolutely do exist. They are real. I can testify to that. I've been doing this for many, many years, and the different types of things that I have encountered, I definitely will write a book about it one day when I have time, when I'm old and grey, maybe. Although I'm hoping I'm not going to ever end up old and grey, because I'm hoping I'm going to be in my fifth dimensional form and just looking like a wonderful spiritual badass goddess. But you never know. At some point, I will channel or I'll download from my head movies all of the things that I've heard and seen and dealt with over the years of doing that. Entities are real, they exist. And if you want to be a powerful, powerful healer in the quantum space, you need to know how to deal with these. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today and the message that the 11th dimensional beings brought through regarding ascension, and also the message that the light from the realm of Yeshua brought through regarding the wave. And I will not be posting next week because I've got a course. There's still time for you to book on that course next week. Please do book on today. You can go to my website and book on. The courses are on there. If you wish to talk to me about anything, then drop me an email. You can drop me an email at laurawhitworth444@gmail.com. If you can't afford to pay all of the money for the course by booking it on the website and you want to do a payment plan, email me. We'll sort something out. All I care about is getting as many people trained up in this as possible. So please reach out. And also, if you are a beginner, I'm now accepting beginners. And it is my strong advice that after you've done my course, you then go away and do another qualification within hypnotherapy within the confines of your country that is going to give you a tick in the box in terms of practicing in a professional capacity. But I'm very, very happy to accept you on my course as a beginner and to teach you everything that you need to know about doing this, and then for you to go away and do a generic hypnotherapy qualification that will then give you the tick in the box to be able to practice in your country. It's different for every country. In the UK, you don't have to have any formal type of qualification to practice as a hypnotherapist. However, it is recommended. And I myself have many, many formal qualifications, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and psychotherapist. So I would always recommend that everybody does additional training. However, I am accepting beginners. So if you want to come and train with me, let's do it. Hop on. If you feel like you are one of these people that the light of the realm of Yeshua was talking about, if you feel like you're one of the team, then please do come and join the team. Please do train up in this work, because now is the time. Now is the time. It's the Great Awakening. Everyone's waking up. It's the cleanup crew. We've got to save as many parts. And don't forget, many of these souls that are trapped, at one point, they were the light themselves. They still are the light, but they're trapped in this construct. We've got to help them cross back over. And I realise now that's why we came. We're saving parts of ourselves from going down a timeline that those parts of ourselves do not want to experience. They've made some wrong choices at some point. They didn't go to the light when they should have done. And it's time for us now to help those parts of our souls cross back over into the light so that we can ascend in a whole capacity, in a whole manner. So, till the next time I see you guys, make sure you keep vibrating high. I will transcribe the rest of the client session from last week because there's some amazing information in there about Ascension. I have got many really, really good sessions, really good sessions. So I will get round to doing it, I promise. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching my videos. And I would say, you know, if my videos do resonate for you, I've been doing this for 2 years now. And although I steadily seem to increase, I would like many more people to listen to my videos. So if you feel comfortable in sharing my videos in a wider capacity, please do share them, because I would like to be able to reach more people now. I feel like it's time. So on that note, until the next time I see you guys, make sure you keep vibrating high. Love you. Bye bye.